Yes, good people. Big up to all of you. I appreciate you all finding the time to join me on Chelsea Perspective for another edition of the Blue Morning Show, where we will address some news items and then react and analyze to the manager's selection for Chelsea's away game against Wolverhampton Wanderers. I hope you're all doing well, more importantly, and I hope you're enjoying your respective breaks and a holiday. Without wasting much of your time, sit back, relax, and let's get into the show. Yes, people, welcome back to Just Perspective. I do hope you're all doing well. Just give me a second to take care of something here. Um, and quickly, I have forgotten for a while now to ask IBC how he's doing. IBC, if you're listening, I do hope you're doing well and recovering well. Always nice. I appreciate the fact that you told us that you went under the knife. And remember, yep, we continue to pray for your full recovery, and hopefully it's going well. But that's, by the way, I'm going to say hello to those we have in the chat. We have just so many people in the chat. There's 2 people in the chat. Say hello to them before we move on. And let me connect our Instagram. Yep, we'll have to go live there too. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. The first person in the chat, the Slim Agent, says, I bring in Nkunku into my Fantasy Premier League squad. I really hope he plays at 90 minutes and makes a hat-trick to save me from losing to my opponent overall. I think it was a mistake believing that he was going to play for 90 minutes. So good luck to you anyway. And we have Obi. Get in, get Obi. Obi-Wan, I appreciate you finding the time to join the show today. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're enjoying your holiday. Wishing you a happy New Year, happy and prosperous New Year in advance. I'll be here to see you for all your support. Sincerely do. Yes, people. Like I said, we have some news items to address, and after addressing the news items, hopefully by the time we're done with the news items, we'll have the official lineup will be out. I'm quite sure by the time we get there will be leaks on X, formerly known as Twitter. But let's see, hopefully it doesn't spoil it for us that much. Yeah, let's start addressing the news items we have immediately. I think this is Mauricio Pochettino speaking about Mykhailo Mudryk. He says, trust me, Mykhailo Mudryk is going to be a very important player. Give him some time. I think beyond giving him some time, I think you need to also give him consistent game time. We don't want a situation where we see what he's capable of doing in one game and then you bench him for the next game. It doesn't help. If anything, that will have a negative impact on his confidence. He's a very confident child, but yeah, when you're not playing him, it will come across when you're not rewarding his performance with game time. It will come across to him as if you don't trust him, and that's an issue. You can argue that was one of the biggest issues he had under Graham Potter and what's his name, Frank Lampard. So yeah, we shouldn't just wait for him to come good. You should also help. I celebrate that by giving him game time, rewarding his performance with game time, if that makes sense. But he goes on to say he's already an important player, but he's going to improve a lot because the potential is massive. We are happy with him and his development. Let's see what else we have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. Greetings, Kachila. Regards to you and your family. The same thing here, bro. We will also do. I'll try the best I can so we can do a members only halftime show to get you on the panel too. And if you want to be part of the pre-game show also on the panel, just send me a message via Twitter. I can also add you to the panelist group. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. We have just about 17 people watching the show right now, but you can argue how many a large percentage of that on Facebook. Yep, and also on Instagram. If that's the case, just know that we appreciate you following the show, but you might want to come over and join us on YouTube and subscribe to the channel also. That's because if you do that, you get a chance to win at least $50 because we want to do giveaway for 3 consecutive days to celebrate our followers. So to say thank you to our followers, and whether it doesn't matter whether you just become a new follower here, it just doesn't matter. Yo to you too, MJ. Is that BLB? I appreciate you joining. Worry also, who's a lot of people on Instagram, they just join and they leave immediately, probably because they don't see too many people watching at the same time. But you've heard me. If you're following the show on Twitter or on Facebook, X, formerly known as Twitter, on Facebook or Instagram, you might as well come over and subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Be part of the show on YouTube here to get a chance to win at least $50 because we are in a given mood. Yeah, what's the language? What's the language I'm looking for? But that's by the way. Let's move on. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Let's see what else we have here. Poch, I should start Nkunku. Do I think he starts him? I think he said something to the effect of him not starting. And why that is the case, I honestly do not know. But Rahinatu, would you like to see you? That sounds like an awesome name. I appreciate you finding the time to join my Niger, bro. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. And quickly, I want to appeal to those of you who are following the show, but for one reason or the other, you're not able to participate in the chat here. We appreciate you. And that's because you watching alone does provide great value. But we want to ask you for one more favor, one tiny bitty favor, which is to take a second to drop a like on the stream for us. And that's because the more likes we garner, the more the YouTube algorithm will be triggered and the stream will be pushed to more people who will be interested in the topics we'll have lined up. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. Let's move on to the next item. We've always known that he's a massive talent, but I've been concerned that his start to life at Chelsea wasn't managed well. Treating him as if he's not, you can say he doesn't deserve to be here. And we even heard one of our previous managers say something to the effect of him not knowing football. But that's okay. He's entitled to his opinion. Let's move on to the next item we have lined up here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Let's go. Here, nothing surprising there. I think he's asking. Okay, this is a different thing altogether. Another one I thought. This particular, should I call it a report? By Adrian Kajumba is saying Chelsea players will be in for a training session on Christmas Day with Mauricio Pochettino claiming they have so many games to prepare for, and he cannot afford to give them a day off. I think it makes sense. We've been so bad that we need to utilize every space we have to prepare to get better, because it just doesn't make any sort of sense to let them go on Christmas break and then come back and lose again. Because people do all lots of things on Christmas Day, drinks and all that, alcohol and everything, which can impact the players' readiness in a negative way. But that's, by the way, I think it makes sense. I don't know what game do we have after Christmas. Maybe he's just not. He's just trying the players not to risk too much outside of football and then come back. Should I say, come back not ready, for lack of a better language. I keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go along with 14 likes. I appreciate that. And we're 17 minutes into the show. But I sincerely do believe we can do better than that. Let's move on to the next item we have lined up. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. I think in about 14 minutes or so, we should have the official lineup. Yeah. And then we will debate whether the manager has made the right, selected the right 11, or whether he could have done things differently. But I'm quite sure that there won't be so much to debate for. And that's because the lineup right now picks itself, because we still have a few important players out injured, except for the right back area. We're not too sure whether he starts, he will start to succeed there and then play Mykhailo in the left back position, or maybe we don't know, play for more mobility and more offensive input. Play what's his name, Molineux in the left back position. But we will find out. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. Let's move on to the next item we have lined up. All right, this one here, I think I did a few weeks ago. I did a YouTube shot on that 17-year Argentine footballer. Chelsea have contacts with Claudio. How do you pronounce his last name? Claudio Echeverri. Sorry if I'm butchering that. Claudio Echeverri, and monitoring him. However, Man City are also pushing. Let's see if it joins us. Maybe we'll use the connection. Man City do have Argentine connection too, but maybe we'll use the connection of Enzo Fernandez to get him to put pen to paper for us. I haven't watched him. I've just from what I've heard, he did quite well in the last edition of the FIFA Under 17 World Cup. But that's, by the way, yeah, I think I've told people, if you think the club are going to stop signing stylists or emerging talents, you're not being truthful to yourself. That's because that's the core of the project. They may well sign experienced players so that we can achieve balance and do better and start winning right now. But I think they should prioritize signing emerging talents, in my opinion. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. Yep, let's see. We'll follow that story. If at any time anything new emerges, be rest assured this will be one of the first places you'd hear about it, either through a YouTube short video or maybe during a live event. Let's move on to the next item here. We're getting closer and closer. In about 27 minutes or so, 37 minutes, the official lineup will be out. But I'm quite sure in a few minutes we'll start seeing leaks on X, formerly known as Twitter. If you just joined, I think I can't see that. This screen is very far, really far away from me. If you're just joining us, if you've joined us on X, on X, or Facebook, or maybe Instagram, please tap your screen to help us garner more likes. And yep, thank you so much for that. We have 16 likes, but I believe we should be doing better than that. Let's move on to the next item we have lined up. I think this question, the manager speaks the mind of every Chelsea player. This is a question of I know I've been asking because how is manager to keep himself healthy, and at the age of 30, is it 38, 39, and playing, if you're watching him play, if you don't know, you think he's 20. Sometimes, yeah, he runs actually quicker than you know he can run. But let's read the report there. Pochettino on Thiago Silva. I tried to discover the secret, but I think it's amazing. At 39, actually not 38. At 38, at 39, some days it's difficult to move him. But we have to push and say, come on. But He's doing a fantastic job. I don't know the secret, but he's a very professional, which is the most important thing. Yep, he takes good care of himself. Doesn't, you can say, indulge, for lack of a better language, in anything that will affect his fitness or his readiness. We have experienced players also. Axel Disasi. Axel is 25, Ben went by the Sheila, I think 22. But that's to show you, people, you can say, often use age and experience interchangeably. But the manager is highlighting, like the manager's, you can say, comment here is highlighting the fact that you don't have to be, you can say, a certain age of a certain age to be experienced. It's just amount experience simply means the amount of time you've done a particular thing, which helps you to know and to you could say to develop what I call anticipatory behavior, which means you know what comes next, given what you're seeing right now. So it's not about age, it's about how many times you've done that stuff. I said we have experienced players and also Axel Disasi, Benwa, but Sheila, Levi Caldwell have experience and can deal without and can play without Thiago Silva. So they're quoting him word for word there. Thiago, we've already played without Thiago. Even when he plays, we've won and sometimes we've lost. Here's the thing. I think he's just making it clear that they're planning to leave. You could say planning for the day they will start playing without Thiago Silva, if that makes sense. For lack of a better language there from me. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes that do go along. Well, I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show. We have 19 likes, but I believe we should be doing better than that. And we have what did you say there? Okay, Poch should start in Nkunku. I think we've addressed that one. Poch will take us to glory. I still believe that. I won't question whether he's the right man or not until we'll have all the injured players back to full fitness. And then, yeah, I'll start judging him. Give him a few weeks or even a month before I start judging him. And one kind, nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show here. Honestly, if we sign us in next year, I see us up making it into the top four, achieving the top four place. I hope we can. Big up to you too, Walter Almoreg. Very nice to see you. I appreciate you finding time to join the show this particular morning. I do hope you're doing well. And Wonka is saying Thiago Silva could play for another year or two, but not at the highest level. In my opinion, not at the highest level, because the truth remains, let me tell you this. I get it, he's been excellent, but you cannot tell me that the manager doesn't make certain, you can say, doesn't make certain adjustments to accommodate Thiago Silva's age. Because no matter how good he's been, the truth remains, if we don't find ways to conduce his lack of pace and age, we'll be in serious trouble. You can argue whenever he's on the pitch, we need more from our midfielders in terms of protecting our defensive line. If that makes sense. I keep having the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go along with 19 likes. We should be doing better than that. So next, nothing new has emerged, but I'll check if anything new has emerged. We will speak about that right away. Address that while we wait for the official lineup to come out. Let me see. Just a check-in. I don't think I've seen anything here. Just give me a few seconds here. Give me a few seconds here. Okay, let me respond to somebody here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. All right, I think we're going to get to the match preview / lineup reaction and exercise. We can be marking time on looking at head-to-head teams' current form, what the insights say, and while we wait for the official lineup to come out. Thiago Silva, I could play. Yeah, I've addressed that, but not at the highest level, in my opinion. Because if you have to accommodate him, you have to make a certain adjustment to ensure that his lack of pace is not exploited. I think that we should look at signing a right back on a similar skill level to Reece James. Gusto is that, in my opinion. Malo Gusto is an excellent player, if you ask me. He's still, I think he's at most 20 right now, and he's an excellent player. I don't think it makes sense to sign another right back. I think since this C can play in the right back position, and we have a young star, what's his name? Is he Gilchrist? I can't quite remember his name. Can also play in the right back position. I just don't want us to indulge in the sort of behavior that led to us having an over bloated squad last season that later became an issue. So we shouldn't, you could say, go back to that behavior of running into the market to go sign a new player every time we have an injured player. It just doesn't make any sort of sense, in my opinion. Yeah, so with regards to this particular report here, the manager is asking the same question that we've asked for a while. And Wonka, I don't know, is this your first time on a Chelsea Perspective? It looked as if that's the case because he's injured so much. But I think he's gone under the knife. Not I think he's gone under the knife. And the reason being to correct that issue once and for all. And we've heard from the interview with the surgeon who treated Rich James, promising that he will be back even better and the injury will not be reoccurring anymore. And that even he went ahead to even promise that Rich James will be ready for the Euros. That's how confident the doctor that treated him is. And that's why we've been calling for him to go under the net, get it sorted out, and not wait it out for it, and not wait for it to heal by itself naturally. That hasn't helped. But let's see. I joined one time a while back. It's my first time back. Okay, welcome back. I appreciate you. Thank you for reminding me. Let's see what is okay. We go to the we have this here. We start looking at that's the game in question here. We'll start looking at head to head. We'll see what the insights statistics say. Will give us an idea of the most likely outcome, but usually not a certainty. And that's because you cannot script football. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Let's look at Fortmo's predicted lineup. Just give me a second. They predict that Petrovic, certainly we know that. Shocking, right? Petrovic will start between the sticks. And the two centre-back, they think it'd be Badia Chile and Thiago Silva. Right back, they think it'd be Malo Gusto left back, Levi Colwell, 2 6s, Gallagher, and Moises Caicedo. You can argue that the 2 6s position picks itself. And that's because Enzo Fernandez is ill and will not be available for selection, which means maybe the only difference would be, you never know, maybe the manager would drop Palmer deep because he has the intelligence to help us control game, or let me say to control the temper of the game. Okay, the 3 in behind the striker, Palmer in the 10 role, Sterling right wing, Mykhailo Mudryk left wing, Nicholas Jackson at number 9. Except if Nkunku starts, but if Nkunku is not going to start, I think this will be the starting 11 we will see. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Petrovic surely start. Yeah, that picks itself. And especially after the heroics, penalty heroics against Newcastle United. Good morning, coach. And that's Majid Alao. Nice to see you, brother. I hope you're doing well. Imagine if someone said that Kepa is better than Sanchez. How and in what areas? Maybe better on the ball. But I think from what we've seen, Sanchez is a better shot stopper from what we've seen so far. In terms of high claims, he's taller, so that's nothing surprising there. Sanchez makes more high claims than Kepa can, and Kepa, I don't blame him for that because he's vertically challenged. I think Sanchez is a better shot stopper in my opinion, and that's because he has more. Maybe that's down to the fact that he has more wingspan. Some of the shots that Sanchez has managed to stop. I think Kepa would have struggled to do the same, in my opinion. We have ourselves 2 good goalkeepers in Petrovic and Robert Sanchez. But what I'm trying to find out now, which of the 2 goalkeepers is better on the ball. But there's no way to tell right now. And that's because what's his name hasn't played too many games. Georgi Petrovic and Nkunku for Jackson. But that's not our own lineup here. We've done our lineup our predicted line. We did our lineup, our predicted lineup the day we did the prediction show. We did the predicted lineup exercise. I think we concluded that Jackson will most likely start. And that's because no matter how you see it, I get it. He's been at times awful in front of goal. Some are calling it for Amanda Broya to start, which makes sense. But do I think we have the luxury right now to give Broya, you could say, game time to the extent of starting him over Jackson? I don't think the manager would do that. I think the manager would go with our top scorer, no matter how awful he'd been sometimes in front of goal. He's still our top scorer, and I think the manager values that. And there are other things he's done. He's done everything quite well, actually, except be potent as expected in front of goal, for lack of a better language there. Our coach, Rich Moneymaker, nice to see you, brother. I hope you're doing well. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. And we have one cut saying that Kepa is has more. Kepa has more exposure in high-level games, so Kepa has better IQ, in my opinion. Maybe, but we need more. You say we haven't seen enough of Sanchez or Petrovic to the extent that we've seen Kepa Arrizabalaga. So I think the comparison right now, in my opinion, I don't think is objective. We have to give them more time and see them up close and decide. But in my opinion, off the bat, I'd say, yeah, I'd take Sanchez because he has more wingspan, which simply means you can say he's able to reach some of the ball inside in some angles you don't think he'd be able to reach, and which Kepa is known to have struggled to reach ball, and you can say in some when it's far away from him. So with a longer wingspan, I think Sanchez will be able could have stopped some of the shots that Kepa Arrizabalaga considered. But that's just me. Let's see them more, then we can conclude. By the time we see enough of them, to see them as much as we've seen Kepa Arrizabalaga, then the comparison will be fair. We need a striker partnership against Wolves. Wolverhampton Wanderers. Let's see what the manager does. We're not too sure what he does, in my opinion. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. We have 26 likes. We should be doing better than that. Petrovic is a combination of Kepa and Sanchez. You think? I'm not too. Yes, I'm going to say this. I've asked that question 1,000 times, and I've never seen anybody come out and say, you say, speak with conviction. We can say with authority with regards to how good Petrovic is on the ball. That's what I want to know, to be able to compare them fairly. Right now, there's still some unknown aspect of his games, of his Petrovic's game that I want to see myself before I start comparing them. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. I agree, Petrovic is a better up-and-coming goalkeeper than them both. Maybe I can't even say that right now. But let's see. Merry Christmas to you too. Nice to see you, brother. I hope you're doing well. Just open your gifts and don't really watch this game. Don't let it ruin your Christmas. But more importantly, declare, here's for you, brother. Much love. And sorry that I haven't for a while reached out to see how you're doing. I hope you're well. I hope the cases that you've been busy and that nothing has happened on your end. Here's for your. And Rich Moneymaker is saying we need to watch discipline today. Cole Palmer on 4 yellow cards, Raheem Sterling 4 yellow cards. You can say ill discipline has been our biggest issue so far this season. We've had some of our best players suspended for lack of discipline. I thought you had the lineup before the official announcement. How possible is that? Then. No, that's Fortnoff's predicted lineup, and I think they pretty much nailed it. Here's where we could see some differences in these areas. In the defensive area, we could still see Axel Disasi start, and I think that's the most likely thing to happen. That's because the manager, it doesn't look like he still trusts the defensive line that much. He could go with a 4 center backs, which means Axel Disasi starting in the right back position, Thiago Silva and Berdashil essentially left back Levi Colwell. we could see that. Or maybe see Gallagher play in the 10 role while Cole Palmer operates as one of the 2 6s, and that's because maybe the manager doesn't see it that way. If I were the manager, I'd do that. That's because Cole Palmer has the intelligence and the ability to dictate the pace of the game and to switch the ball from one side of the pitch to the other if things aren't working out in that particular part. If that makes sense. Let's move on to the next item. But BRC, nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. It will. You think so? I wouldn't mind Nkunku starting. I wouldn't mind Nkunku starting and help us start winning the game. Then if it looks like he can, he's looking like he's getting tired, then take him off. But same thing, he can come on. He can play one half and maybe Jackson plays one half, or maybe there's a chance to see them actually both on the pitch. You never know. But let's see what the manager does. Let's see what I say. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes will go a long way. Broya should get a bit of game time. Here's the thing. Let's say when he got the chance to start, let's say he started and scored like 3 goals, or maybe a goal actually. But on 2 occasions that Broya has started, you could see that he's still a bit rusty. Yeah, that's not me. I'm not saying he's a bad player, probably because he's been out for a while, and you can say hasn't regained of full form, for lack of a better language there. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. 30 likes. We're moving fast. Hopefully we get it to 100 likes by the time the show ends. Coach, do you realize Chelsea fans are so emotional? I think it's the same with every fan base. It's just that this time you're immersed in it, for lack of a better language again. You're immersed in it, so it just seems to you, it comes across to you as if we're different. It's the same with every fan base, in my opinion. It doesn't differ. And I see my friend, I don't know how to pronounce your name on Instagram. I can, if I can see that screen closer, I'll be able to pronounce your name effectively. But nice to see you, brother. Thank you for joining us on Instagram. I appreciate you finding time to join that. Let's see what else we have lined up here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go along with Chelsea, a trend positive winner. Let's see that. That's 1-1. Setia 1. I like your name. And if you don't mind, people, if you're following the show, take a second to let us know where you're following the show from. We do appreciate that. Let's see. We can climb 2 points in a matter of weeks. Yeah, but today I think no matter what happens, I think we'll remain in 10th position. That's just and that's a blue pouch. Nice to see you. And that's Jerry. Nice to see you. I appreciate you finding the time to join us. It's possible, but no matter what happens today, if we win, we improve our chances of doing better, or making it into a top 6 or achieving a European place. Rich Money Maker say hi, coach. I am starting to get worried when the bottom 3 teams are starting to find form. And you can argue we're starting to find form too. We've actually won 2 games in a row. Or how many games in a row? Yep, we've won 2 games in a row. So we're starting to find form ourselves. Hopefully we continue in that trajectory and we'll not see that a sort of patchy performance where we win 1, lose 1, or we win 2, lose 1, and then win another 2. Hopefully we continue in the upward trajectory and keep winning games. How about Jackson 10 and Broya 9? I think we've had that conversation before, where we say Jackson will start in the 10 role, but the application will be more of a second striker than a traditional number 10 role. And we'll see my bro here, Collins Nachiwa. I appreciate you joining the show, brother. He's saying, following up from Rotterdam, Netherlands. I appreciate you, brother, for finding the time to join us this particular morning. And here's for you and everyone from the Netherlands. And we have Charma, the queen of the house. Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday to you too, Charma. I hope you're enjoying your holiday. I know probably by now, I'm quite sure you will not be going to work today. It's Sunday, plus it's a holiday. But Chama, nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. I wish you a Merry Christmas in advance and a happy and a prosperous New Year in advance. Thank you. Let's see what else we have here. If anyone needs to make some money from Christmas spending, woes is a pain. Well, really, I didn't know that. Maybe I don't get the joke. I have a question. Carabao Cup or top 4? For me, I'd rather you can say I'd rather we make top four and not win the Carabao Cup. Two things, because making it top four, which means we'll have Champions League football. Plus, you can argue. I think it will have what's the language I'm looking for? It would be a more confidence booster than winning the league, than winning the Carabao Cup, in my opinion. Because it would be huge that we'll achieve top four place. It means we'll be participating in the next edition of Champions League, if that makes sense. Let's see, 6 on Chelsea. Better. Okay, let's move on. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. 31 likes, that's a good sign. But let's see if we can get it to 100 likes by the time the show ends. We are 42 minutes into the show, and we have 31 likes. Not bad. So let's look at. I think I've voted already. Okay, it still gives me the opportunity to vote again. No, it doesn't. Out of 51,500 votes. 58% thinks Chelsea will win the game, 25% thinks Wolves will win the game, and then 17% thinks the game will end in a draw. Okay, we'll see. And the game will be on Telemundo television network. The referee is David. How do you pronounce that? Is that David Cool? Yep. Okay. Let's see. Let's look at the insights. Head to head. We played 16 times, and Chelsea have won 8 times. And four of the meetings ended in a draw. 4 of the meetings ended in a draw. That's correct. And they've won 4 times. And our last 5 meetings, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of our last 5 meetings, we've won 1 time, and they've won 1 time. Well, then a 2-2 draw. 2-0-0 draws. Oh, one of the draws was in a cup game. None was in a cup game. All Premier League games. So we've won 1 time. We beat them 3-0, and then they beat us 1-0, and then 2-2 draw and 0-0 draw. Okay, let's see. Teams current form. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Let's see what else we have here. They're home at. But that's when I get concerned. Because charity, in my opinion, I've been saying this since the start of the season. Charity FC is well and truly in existence, but hopefully we've seen signs. That we maybe will find a way to overcome that phenomenon, because I see it as a phenomenon, in my opinion. I've seen it. They've lost quite a lot at home. They lost. Wow. No, they haven't. Let me see. What's their home record there? They lost. Okay. Not too many. No. I said, have you seen Wolves' home record at home? No, it's not been bad. Let me see here. That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games they were away. There. Then at home they won. At home they drew. Yeah, and then away they lost. They've lost 3 away games, but at home 2 home games within from their last 5 games. They won 1 and drew 1. So maybe, I'm not sure. Maybe you're counting more than 5 games. Maybe I don't care. We have Poch and Nkunku. Previous records didn't have. Okay, don't matter to you right now. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. Poch said that Chelsea are not a charity. A charity FC are close. I would not take that on the face value. I'd see them to show that that's truly the case. I want to see performances as reflective of the fact, if that's that's the case. Hello to you, to Constantine Dante. Appreciate you finding the time to join the show. I hope you're doing well. And then let's see what else we have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go longer. Wolves have been great at home. Yep, which is why I'm saying that Chelsea and taking a win tonight. Okay, now I understand you what you're saying there. I misread your comments. Apologies for that. It's going to be because I think I agree with you. It makes sense. Out of 5 games, they've lost all their away games, but have managed to draw one of their home games and won one of their home games. So they've been great at home, so that makes sense. But thank you for saying that. And we have Wolves are seeking to win consecutive league games against a Chelsea for the first time since a run of 3 years between 1973 to 1975. Rich Moneymakers, thank you again for the history. I appreciate that. Constantine Dungy, nice to see you, brother. Update clothing. Coach, please, is Lavia back to the team? Has been back to foot training for a while now, but the manager, he told us how many days ago? I've not been counting. He told us that Latvia will be part of. We get to play in about 10 days, and I don't know if it's up to 10 days now, or maybe I just don't know when. So let me leave it at that. But I think he's trained with the team for a while now, which means he should be ready to play a part right now. But the manager, he's been just, you can say, being ultra cautious. Like we were told at the time that they're not going to rush any player back because they don't want to risk a setback or a situation where the player comes back, play 1, 2, 3 games, and then miss the next 15 games. You said you will be on. No, I said 3 a.m. I said 3 a.m. Better go watch that video again. And my thinking at the time was that you were thinking that I was going to postpone it to 1 hour and not be on time. No, I said 3 a.m. Chelsea are head and shoulder better than Wolves, walking the pack. I don't like to use that language, and you know fully well that you cannot script football. Yeah. But on paper, with the better side, and that's because we have a better squad, in my opinion. But here's what they have over us: experience. They have the more experience. They are the more experienced side, and we are the less experienced side. Maybe we'll have more potential, if anything. But that's not to say we're losing to them. I think it will be a good game of football, but we'll find out what happens at the end of the day. Let's see. The Blues are winless in 3 previous visits to Molineux, is how you pronounce that stadium, drawing 1 and losing 2. Wow, tight. But you can't script football, so the history now just doesn't matter, in my opinion. Next one we have here, we underperformed. But that's a thing of the past. I'd like us actually to play badly and win today. Yeah, because it just seems as if all the games we've won this season are the games where we didn't play that. We said we kept the ball more. We had more position, but end up losing the games. But in the ones we've won, we were more direct. Didn't have much of the ball, but still won. So I'd rather we play badly and win. It doesn't matter to me. Chelsea just needed to take their chances. Believe it or not, Chelsea is going for a victory. Yeah, going for victory is one thing, but getting the victory is another. You have to put in the work, the needed work, to win a game. You can't just go into a game with a mindset that you're the better side. So 3 points are automatically yours. You have to work for it. Rich Moneymaker saying this is only the second Premier League game to be played on Christmas Eve after Leeds United defeated Manchester United 3-1 at Elland Road in 1995. Thank you for that bit of history. They appreciate you. Oh, go watch the video again. Yeah, it's 16 seconds video, right? Give me a second. I need to take a sip of my coffee so I don't lose my voice. All right, let's see what else we have. And keep dropping likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. And if you follow once more, if you follow on the show on Instagram, on X, formerly known as Twitter, or if you follow the show on Facebook, here's the thing. I think you'd be better off joining us on YouTube. And why do I say that? That's because we would do a giveaway. You get to win at least $50 if you emerge the winner. But here's the thing, make it easy on me. If you know anybody who uses PayPal or Cash App, so that I can easily send them the money, you get it as soon as today. If you use Western Union, MoneyGram, I don't think I'd have the time to go out, but I'll try my best to do that of Dan, yesterday's winner. It turns out SendWave doesn't work in Rwanda, so we have to find another way to send him his cash prize. But thank you once more. I want to appreciate you guys for 18,008 subscribers. So we have 18,000 right now subscribers and 8 more, some cushion on that. So I sincerely do appreciate all your support. Yes, go watch the video again and come back. Both clubs, last played on 24th December in 1966. Wolves beat Derby County 5-3, while Chelsea 2-1 to Liverpool. Thank you so much. I think you say we'll start calling you our history man. I think let me just remember. Constantine Dante used another term. I can't quite remember what term you used. Let's see what else we have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. Merry Christmas to you all. Take care of your family. You too, please do take care of your family too. Appreciate you finding the time to join the show. And if you're following the show or whatever social media that you're following the show on, please take a second to follow the account there so you don't miss anything whenever we go live. I just need, you said 4 a.m. Really? Then it must have been a mistake, really. Line up, please. Not out yet, about 5 minutes time, but I'm quite sure, yeah, there'll be leaks online right now. And if you're in the chat here, if you want to join me on the panel, just hit me up via Twitter and I'll send you the link so you can be part of the panel here. Let's see what else we have here. Wolves are unbeaten in 6 Premier League games at Molineux, winning 3 and drawing 3. Maybe that's when we'll beat them. Maybe that's when we'll beat them because that's a record to break. Congratulations to us for reaching the 18,000 subscribers. We deserve that. And hopefully the plan is that I will work as hard as I can for us to get to 100,000 subscribers in 2024. And I know we can. But keep dropping the likes on the stream. 36 likes. We should be doing better than that. My prediction is 0-0 draw or 1-1 draw. Yeah, going by how well they've done at home, that may well be the case. But we do know how to spoil it. We did know how to spoil the show for Premier League clubs. If you haven't lost again for a while, when you get to play Chelsea, that's when we'll be at our best. And make sure we'll ruin that record for you. We did it. We did it against Tottenham and all that. But let's see what happens. And I have my bro top as my Kenyan bro saying, welcome everyone. Soon Nkunku and Lavia and Osimhen will be together. Osimhen, I think signing him, Chelsea signing Osimhen, it's not going to be easy for a reason I've explained, which is I think even if we're interested in signing him, I think we'll be seeking a favorable payment terms, which I don't think De Laurentiis will agree to. He's a very difficult person to deal with in terms of signing players from Napoli. And here's where that's a problem. There are other clubs interested in signing Osimhen, which means for De Laurentiis may well agree to sell it to you could say, a favorable payment terms for Chelsea Football Club, but probably will ask for more. We'll ask for nearly 10 million more or so. Yeah, that's the only time we'll be able to get him. And that's why I think that's going to be an issue. You better have the apology. Okay, apologies to you, brother. Since you can say you've chosen violence this morning, and I don't know you to be that sort of person, but that's right. Anyway, we'll move on here. Morning, coach. Morning to you, to my assistant there, Santiago Munoz. Nice to see you. I appreciate you finding time to join. Let's see. Thank you, Coach Sheila, for all the support, the training, and motivation this year. You helped me to survive the turbulence. Hesitant. You were good at it. Let me just put it at that. We're not perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect too. In my opinion, you have the talent, and I think your channel will go places. And whenever you can, you know what to do. Wolves have scored in each of their last 15 Premier League home games, which is their longest top flight scoring streak. Molineux has seen a run of 16 between August and March in 1969 to 1970. Thank you again for that piece of history there. I prefer Osimhen Boniface to Victor. You prefer Victor Boniface to Victor Osimhen. All Victor. But we're not interested in Victor Boniface. We're interested in Victor Osimhen, Revert, and also Victor Gyökeres. Victor Boniface, not a bad shout there. He's an excellent finisher. For him, not more about power, but more of finesse. If I have to choose, honestly, I'd choose him over Osimhen, but Osimhen, you can say, is the more established of the two. Victor Boniface just emerged onto the scenes, in my opinion. He needs to prove. He still has a lot to prove, in my opinion. We paid the release clause What can De Laurentiis do? Yeah, I get it. I'm saying even though he has a release clause, I think we'll probably try to strike the sort of deal we made what's Enzo Fernandez former club. We still look to get a favor. Yeah, I don't think we'll agree to pay everything right away. We seek, you can say this it's permanent terms that will mean that we're not going to get into trouble with FFP rules, if that makes sense. That's I know I recognize that he has a release clause of 112 million pounds and all that, but still, I don't think we're going and say okay, we'll pay that. I think we'll try to get the arrangements to give us a more to agree to a more favorable it's an easier or favorable payment terms that will you say to allow us to pay the buyer clause uh, for a period of time, not as quickly as they would want it, in my opinion, and which will lead to De Laurentiis asking for more money. He's an intelligent man, and we see that we're desperately in need of a Osimhen, and we say, okay, yeah, I agree to the permanent terms, but you have to pay 10 million more. Wolves last Christmas Eve fixtures at Molineux. How do you pronounce that? The stadium name. A 2-0 winner over Aston Villa 1960. I think it's going to be different this time. Raheem Sterling has been involved in 6 goals in his 6 Premier League games against the Wolves, so scoring 4 and assisting 2. Lineup, Yap should be out now. So let's look at it quickly and we can start looking at it. And if you want to jump me on the panel to discuss it, you let me know. So I'm gonna have to refresh this. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show. We are at 37 likes. We should be doing better than that. It's still refreshing. Then let me go to the club's official Twitter account. Maybe they probably should have the lineup out there. And I have Vic. Vic is in the house. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. Vic, I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much. Vic says, big up everyone. Ugochukwu Jackson in, bro. Starts Enzo is out injured, and Lavia and Nani on the bench. Some good news with Lavia on the bench. So this is not updated yet. The lineup I have on the screen is not updated yet. Let's see. Still waiting. Yep, there you go. I think that's the correct lineup, given the names you mentioned there. Let me share that on my screen. Let's see. Ooh, so the Sassi drops on the bench. So Petrovic starts between the stick. Thiago Silva starts at the bench. Come on, man. Oh no, what's his name? Biden Silva drops at the bench. Come on. I wanted him to start. In my opinion, he's after Thiago Silva, he's one of our best defenders, in my opinion. But the manager has to rotate. He has to rotate, and it makes sense that he's mixing it up with aggression, and aggression, you can say, and what's the language I'm looking for? And ball playing ability, because when you pair, I've said this before, when you pair Bakishile and Thiago Silva, they're both much the same, and you don't have that balance of having aggression and ball playing ability overall. So it's a good thing. I think the next time we will see in the next game, we will see the Sassi and Bakishile start. So the manager is quite clearly rotating here. So Gusto starts right back. Levi Cowell left back. 260s. Leslie Ugochukwu and Conor Gallagher. If Houston, Ugochukwu is good. He reads the game very well. But I'd rather Cole Palmer play in a deeper in a deeper position. Even for England, he in a 4-3-3 structure. Cole Palmer plays in a deeper position than I'd rather Cole Palmer started again as one of the 2-6s, while Conor Gallagher plays in the 10 role. Nicholas Jackson on the flanks. So Broya is starting really. Is this correct? I'm looking for the club's official Twitter account to see what we have there. Wow, Nicholas Jackson on the flanks, and he wasn't bad there. And thank goodness, it looks like the manager, he's been listening to us when I said he should let Jackson be Jackson. He was never a striker and only played as a striker for half a season, not even a full season. I think this is correct, really, because it has updated again. He can. I think we'll see the best of. We'll start seeing Jackson do more because he will enjoy himself. Let's see what else we have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Yeah, and Caicedo isn't even on the pitch. Maybe he's being rested. Let me see the lineup from Vic again. Okay, let me go to the club's official Twitter account there. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be Caicedo and Ugochukwu, if anything. Let me see here. Just give me 1 second. Yeah, I'm seeing Petrovic, Gusto de Sassi, Thiago Silva, Cowell, Ugochukwu, Gallagher, Sterling. Yeah, Caicedo is not even on the bench.
No, he's not.
So maybe he's not. So Caicedo is being rested on the bench. So this is correct. Let's go with this. For our bench, we have Alex Matos. I think he's the right back. Christopher Nkunku, Mykhailo Mudryk, Noni Madueke, Romeo Lavia. Wow. Okay, we're getting better. Benwa Badiashile, Ian Matson, Lucas Buckstorm, Marcus Bettinelli. You can say our bench looks stronger. And in a few days, we'll add what's his name? Benchua. Where is he? Probably mid-January again from a few days. Maybe he suffered a setback.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I don't know. Casade's not even on the bench. I'm not too sure. But Roger, let's say you just quickly. I'll be back to you. Let me get a few things that we have in the chat here. Where are we? Yep. Where's Casade? It's not even on the bench. Poch put Jackson on the left wing. Yep, he would do well there. In my opinion, that's where he used to play. He played. I don't think he played actually half a season as a striker. And we signed him. You could say we signed him because he's a good player, and because probably he finished the season at Villarreal as a striker. We kept trying him there, but maybe the manager feels like he'd be better off on the flanks for us. But let's see how he operates today. No Caicedo not even on the bench. Lockdown to Merry Christmas to all of you. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. Broya really deserves these starts. Yeah, let him start. You know, Roger will say that. You intentionally ended it with LOL. Hopefully he does well. I know there's a good player in him, but in my opinion, if you ask me, I'd say he's not ready yet. He needs to be playing minutes here and there, but maybe he is. We'll find out. Why Jackson at left wing? Let's play him there. Let's stop playing him as a number 9. I think he would do well there. Mudryk cannot get a break. Yeah, the funny just sang him praises and then dropped him to the bench. Cowell against in the net back position. Let's see. Biazzi doesn't like the lineup. I'm not that surprised by Poch's lineup. He was used to it at his old club. Wow, people will see the best of Jackson, I promise. I think on the flanks he'll do well. And Wally Waldo is in the house. Big up to you, my bro. I hope you're doing well. All right. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. Let's see what else we have here. We have that's the best place to play Jackson. I think I agree to that, which was why I've always said just let Jackson be Jackson. Mudryk and Badiashile should be there. I thought they'd be. Let's see. The Caicedo absence will be felt. Maybe not. Yeah. But here's something I want to say quickly. We suspected that there's a chance that one of the center backs will be rested. I didn't know it was going to be Badiashile, but I think it's the manager rotating the team. Roger, let's hear you. Big up to you. I appreciate you finding time to join us on the panel. And here's to you, brother.
Hola, senor.
Language I speak now is a bullhorn, or what do you call it? Now, Roger, let's hear you. What do you make of the lineup? Any surprises for you? And let's hear what do you make of the manager's
One concern, Caicedo not even on the bench. That means he's either wants to rest him or he's got a knock. He may have suffered a knock yesterday.
I would say probably something has happened to him, because if it's fully fit and ready to play, I think he'd be at least on the bench.
Or a personal day. Maybe, I don't know what his personal life like. Maybe his wife is giving birth today. I don't know. We don't know.
Yeah, because these kids are all married. Even the ones 17, 18 are all married.
Yeah,
and with kids.
No comment.
Not a bad thing, I'm not saying. But here's what I'm saying, Roger. it's not if it's not injured and can play, I think he'd have him on the bench in case we need him, because Pochettino has just returned from an injury.
Yeah,
so but let's hear you, Roger.
Yeah, that's concerning. That's the thing that's out of everything, whether it's the actual starting 11 or the bench, the fact that Caicedo is not even on the bench, that's a little bit concerning. So I have a feeling he may have incurred a knock. He may have done something. But it's just an assumption. That's a logical assumption. As regards to Badiashile, you know what? Probably Silva will be rested for the Tuesday or Wednesday game. Yeah. So
I'm gonna be doing a lot of tapping on you today. Go ahead.
No, the reason why is because, as I said, was it yesterday's show, that listen, you're probably going to need more experience playing at Molineux away. It's a hostile ground. So who would you rather have? Would you rather rest Silva at a home game or an away game where his experience and leadership is required more, in my opinion? It's more warranted. So that's
lots of factors to consider.
Yeah, that's what I believe, and that's what I said yesterday. I'm not sure though. Listen, he looks after his body really well. He may even start the next game, but I have a feeling it's from rotation. It's strange. It's the first time we've seen Jackson and Broja start this year. Didn't see that coming. Kind of blocks.
And not like we're playing two strikers. Jackson is playing on the flanks.
Right. It's not a 4-4-2, is it? That's for sure. I mean, it may be. You don't know, but yeah, I
until we see the application, right?
Exactly. But that blocks Mudryk's progress for starting consecutively. Listen, we know, like you've said several times, it's like, well, we can't afford not to play without Jackson, but I don't know. And it could be Broja on the left, and it could be Jackson up front. We don't know. That's an assumption. Who knows? And it could be actually Palmer playing on the right, and Sterling in the middle. So I mean, it's very fluid. It really is. You could also have theoretically Palmer on the left and Broja behind Jackson. Think about it in that regard. It's that simple.
And one more question, I don't know if you're still speaking about something else. Even if that's the case, I want you to explain whether you believe the 2-6s would do a good enough job to protect our defensive line once you're done. Go ahead, Roger.
I have concerns about Leslie Ogochukwu because he's raw, coach. And yeah, you can counter that by saying he's going to need minutes. The only way you can smooth those edges is by playing. And that's a valid point. However, that usually comes when you come off the bench. You don't start as much because he's young. He's 19, I think, isn't he? He's very young.
Most 20. But here's something I want to say to that quickly. I expected you were going to say that. I would say raw in terms of ability. I'd say no. He's 19. I
didn't say ability. I said about. Listen, he. No.
I'm saying. I didn't say you said that because a lot of people. That's how when they say raw, they mean his ability. I think he has talent, and he has experience. He helped Rennes achieve a European place.
But you know what?
He played throughout the season. But go ahead, Roger.
I could play in a under 12 game. Doesn't mean anything. It's a different league. It's a different league, coach. It's like you're comparing apples to oranges. You see strikers that do really well in Italy and can't do jack in our league. So, it's I don't want to hear it. It's that simple. Yeah, he did in the French league, but you know what? I'm not speaking French. Simple. Listen, he's raw, and it's a tough game to play away. I believe Caicedo has to be an injury, and obviously there's no Enzo, so this is going to be a tough one.
Enzo is why I think you agree with me when we said if Enzo isn't playing, and especially when Caicedo isn't playing too. I think I'd rather Cole Palmer start in a deeper position. Why Gallagher plays in the 10
role. We spoke about that before. The thing is, I look at the bench and I'm so glad Lavie is there. The bench looks actually reasonably deep, but then You know, you take that proverbial step forward, but then a couple of steps back with no Caicedo. That worries me. You know, that I don't know. I'm dying to see what Poch says in the pre-game interview, which he normally does. I just hope it's something that he needed a personal day for the day off, something like that. I hope it's not an injury.
Yeah, I'm dying to see what has led to say that not even be on the bench. But Roger, I'll come back to you again. Sanua Burkina says, my bro Nuhu speaks house for me. Allah here, now go the under. Yeah, Keke. Yeah, Ranka, if you get Yara, but you understand. Sorry for those of you that don't understand Hausa. I just have to speak it when I see my brother Nuhu in the house. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go along with Colwell, left back. What is wrong with Poch? Defensive solidity. And plus, we don't have any left back. Matson, maybe. Is Matson even on the bench, Roger?
Now, let me look. I just had it open. Sorry. Yes, he is.
He is? Okay. I think the reason you can argue right now is he's prioritizing defensive solidity more. And that's because we've been shaky defensively. I don't mind whoever he selects. We're just analyzing, question his selection. But if that's going to help us win games, I'll take it. But my fam, nice to see you, my fam. Let's see what else we have here. If that midfield should become unstable, Lavia may have to come in. I don't have a full confidence in Ugochukwu and Gallagher's discipline. Ugochukwu reads the game so well. I think Gallagher would do a lot of running. Ugochukwu usually what he does best is occupy spaces to make it difficult for the opposition to progress towards our end. If that's one thing he does well. He's not the most aggressive, but you can't take the ball off of him once he has it and something like that. Well, he's still very young. He needs to, you can say there are some areas you can argue he needs to improve. But if he plays more, I think will be better. He'll be better ready when called upon. Maybe that's what the manager is doing right now. Not really that Caicedo is injured or sick, but we'll find out probably before the game ends. This lineup is useless to me. What happened to Caicedo and Badiashile? Badiashile, I'm not going to complain. We have to rotate. We cannot have all our experienced centre backs on the pitch, because if one of them gets injured, we'll be in serious due, in my opinion. But nice to see you, Sami Telecoms Nigeria. I appreciate you. This could backfire badly on Poch, or maybe work out. We don't know. Let's just wait. I'll support my team again with this resting of CBs. They don't need rest either. Listen, even if you don't consider it resting of CBs, if we play all of them, it's no different from having all of our eggs in a single basket. Yeah, it's a huge risk, in my opinion. I think we should rotate them. I heard Caicedo and all the players are very angry that they after to play today. What? I'm not sure. That's a bit mixed up there. Mr. Rich, you got to fix that. I hope he told them to defend today very well. Let them not do their useless attacks. Don't forget about defending. Some of us think actually we've been defending too much. If you've been paying attention, Poch throws Ugochukwu again away at a hostile ground. I mean, if you're a Ugochukwu fan, you could start arguing why hasn't he been starting games, and then now at the most difficult moment he throws him into the fold. Mbusa Rogers, okay, Roger has a brother in the chat with an S. Are we going to win again? I don't know. I'm not a soothsayer. I don't have an 8-ball to help you predict that. We have to mark Huang. Huang has been excellent. Kunha will frustrate our backline, and Ugochukwu needs to be bigger than Lamina. I smell trouble, coach. But let's see what happens, Vic. I'm not too concerned. Chelsea have lost 3 consecutive Premier League games on the road, the worst top flight away run since they suffered 5 consecutive defeats under Claudio Ranieri in 2000. But okay, this lineup in itself is sabotage. Okay. Chelsea are vying to win back-to-back Premier League matches for only the 3rd time in 2023. I hope we win. Lavia, if comes on, will get like 5 minutes. I doubt he comes on at all. If he's on the bench, I think he maybe we thought you could say Pochettino is predictably unpredictable. Wolves have won 6 successful top flight home games versus London oppositions, scoring 9 goals and conceding just 1. Wow. And we have Liban Ibrahim saying, Ugo Chukwu, please out. You can't even spell his name correctly. But I'm quite sure that sounds like you're Nigerian, so you should know how to spell his name correctly. But that's by the way. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. 47 likes. Let's get it to at least 50 and see if we can get it to 100 likes. Let's hear you, Ty. Welcome to the panel. I appreciate you finding the time to join us. I hope you're doing well, and this is for you, Ty. So, Ty, let's hear you. What do you make of the lineup? If you were the manager, would you have done anything differently?
Yeah. The lineup is. I would definitely do something differently for sure.
Let's hear you.
I would. Fine. I can understand Broha starting. I mean, these players have.
And Roger Weeks.
Type of mentality. Sorry?
No, I said Roger Winks because Brian starting. Go ahead.
Yeah, Broha is starting. I can understand. But I would have honestly Mudryk start. I don't know. Probably he's going to be starting in the week. Maybe that's why he's starting today. But I would definitely do that. With Leslie, I really don't understand the outrage because I mean, if Casado was injured, who where he's at.
Ty, your connection is really breaking up, and I'm quite sure it's not mine.
And I know you were making the point, and what you're.
Hello?
Yeah, he's breaking up. I think we have to give him time to go to go out and come back in. So yeah, we can Ty, you have to go out and come back in. Your connection is fluctuating, it's not stable. We have Wally Waldo in the house. I would have taken Starling out, to be honest, and put Mudryk in his stead. Histon I think that just shows you the manager is prioritizes experience more than you can say. I'm not sure how it's. Let me just say he prioritizes experience. I was going to say he prioritizes experience over talent. Let's hear you, Roger. You were saying something.
Yeah, it's natural. Listen, we haven't had the best of starts to the season, and what do most managers / coaches do? They lean on experience, because when you're playing in a hostile away ground, you need experience to know how to not panic, know how to play, know that the crowd, it's going to be boisterous. Molineux is a tough away ground, coach, and you know what? You need people that are not going to be intimidated. You need people that have seen it, been there, done it all before. So
except if they don't feel like performing.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know what to say, but it's usually the human nature to do that, and 9 out of 10 coaches will lean on experience. Assuming that the alternative is comparable. Do you understand? They're not vastly superior. That's why they lean that way.
Yeah, Ty, let's hear you if you're back. Hopefully your connection is fixed.
Can you hear me?
No.
Okay.
Go ahead, Ty, we can hear you.
Yeah, I know. The fact that Roger answered that proves that he can.
Exactly.
Yeah. I was saying that I would start Mudryk over if you're gonna start Broha, then Jackson would have to miss out. I would personally start Jackson, but Broha is playing, and Broha would have scored his first goal against Wolves. So, I mean, I can understand that. But in terms of the Leslie situation, if Casado was injured or unavailable, we would have to play him because we couldn't throw Lavia straight in. So, I mean, if you want to see how competent he is, how how good our depth is, you're going to have to play these players, even if you think it's a tough opponent, because
Mhm.
the only way they can improve is by getting experience. You only learn from experience. You can learn from the players on the pitch, but you have to experience it for yourself for you to evolve as a player. So he's gonna need it, and it's required. But in all honesty, I I would like to see what Matson could do. So I would have liked to have seen him start. But Pochettino is bent on Levi Cole playing as a fullback. So we just have to see what happens there. I can understand why fans would say that it's self-sabotaging because the lineup seems weak on paper. But I mean, it's gifting season, and hopefully the fans are the ones that get gifts and not Wolves.
Yeah, I agree. Russia, what do you make of the fact? I don't know if you've spoken about that. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. Your cousin is starting over Mudryk. I
Well,
don't
yeah.
know.
Well,
You
it
have?
depends. No, I haven't. It depends on where he's going to be played, right?
Mhm.
So you have to take that into context. If he wants to play Jackson, and if he does indeed play him on the left, we
Mhm.
assume that's the case. Then you know what? Then Mudryk doesn't play on the right, does he? He's primarily a left winger. So obviously you can have Sterling on the right, or in the middle, or on the left. In other words, he's more versatile. Mudryk isn't as versatile. That's for sure.
Yeah. One other question here. We talked about. Okay. Let's see. Broya in the number 9 position. Jackson on the flanks. In a fluid approach, maybe the fluidity extends to the number 9, not just a 3 in behind him. If that's the case, maybe sometime we'll see Jackson as number 9 and Broya on the flanks. And Broya, I don't know. Before he got injured, one of the things I liked about him is he was capable of playing on the flanks. He has the pace and the intelligence. And what I like about him when we watched him, was it on the ground, Potter, is that when he gets to the line to cross the ball, he doesn't just put it into the box. He looks up and try to.
Who are you
He
talking
puts
about? Who's he?
Brian.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So my question is, do you think we'd see them switching places, him and Jackson? Do you think we'd
Listen,
see such?
I'm not even sure whether it's a 4-2-3-1. It could be a 4-4-2. You could have actually Broya behind Jackson in the number 10 position, and whereupon you can have Sterling on the left and Palmer on the right. Do you understand? So,
So your argument is that until we see the application.
yeah, and until we actually see where everyone is positioned, that if you look at the front four, they can actually play in any position for the most part. There's so many variations, permutations you can have, just basically on the 4-2-3-1. Let alone if they choose to do a back three, for instance, with wing backs. You could have Sterling as a wing back. We don't know. You see where I'm coming from. If you think about it, you could have Sterling on the left as a wing back. As in a 3-4-3, for instance. There's so many variations you can have until we actually see the application as such. It's I don't know. It's purely an assumption of where anyone is going. This formation may not even be correct. So I don't know. It's hard. It could even be a 4-3-3. I mean, I'm looking at 3 formations that could quite easily be accommodated by the players that have been selected. So it's hard to speculate.
You've made an excellent observation. The 4 players, the number 9, the 3 and behind, all of them can actually play in the number 9 role. Whether as a false 9 or whatever you want to call it, and that tells us a lot about the sort of number 9 the manager will be looking for the club to sign, and we've always known that.
Gives you insight.
Sorry?
Gives you insight.
It gives you insight with regards to the sort of number 9 the club will be looking to sign in January, if indeed they pay attention to what the manager wants and not the scout. Let's see what else we have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. 52 likes. You can do better than that. How many China has scored 8 times the 17 Premier League goals have scored 8 times in 17 Premier League games this
Mhm.
term, equaling his league total over his first 2 seasons at Wolves, where he mustered 8 goals in 57 appearances. He's been excellent in my opinion. Think guy Sterling a bank or what are those sounds? I'm not sure what you're asking there. Palmer on the right, Mudryk in the center, and Jackson on the left. That's how I would do it. But you've heard Roger speak about
Mudryk in the
Mudryk's
centre.
lack of versatility. Go ahead, Roger.
Yeah, I don't see him playing in the centre. I'm not saying he can't. I don't see it based on, the games
What we
that he's
know.
played. Yeah, because he thrives in open space down the channel where you can utilize his speed. If he plays in the centre, other than making runs in on a cross, his speed is negated when you put him in the middle.
Yeah, thank you so much, Roger, for that. Let's see, Palmer. Yeah, we've addressed that one, and so when you see the reason why we think it wouldn't make sense to start Mudryk centrally, the Roadrunner deserved to start over Jackson.
Beep, beep.
Yeah, Chimera, you're going to hell, and every time you participate in the show here, you're getting closer and closer to the gates of hell. Let's see, Broya does not deserve to start. He is horrible. Waston Jackson has not shown, but that's besides Roger's argument. I'm sure you're looking for a debate with Roger.
No,
saying,
listen, it's not. I'm not bigging him up at all or anything like that. We just have to see what he can do.
To have an alternative.
I haven't seen him play enough. He could be an outstanding player. Conversely speaking, he could be quite poor, and he may not be Chelsea standards at all. We simply haven't seen enough of him. The little that we have seen of him prior to his injury, he looked outstanding. So that's my only contention.
Yeah, he was excellent before he got injured.
Yeah, that's just purely based on that, based on his upside. That's all.
Yeah, and I'm basing more again his how well he did in the Netherlands. What's the name of that club that people say they are after the club, for lack of a better language? That team is relatively new and so young. We desperately need a winning streak to build confidence. I believe there's so much talent in there. Support the lads, guys. We have to. This is a very important game. If we lose, goodbye any chance top 4. Heston, I've always said I'm not quite sure where we'll finish.
Top 4.
And I've always said, given that we have an entirely new team or a new squad that would do well, how well, I don't know. I'm not expecting too much of this team. Yeah, so, but I understand where you're coming from. 6 of Juan's 8 goals have come at Molineux. Roger, how do you pronounce that stadium?
Molineux.
Molineux. No, so the X is silent.
Affirmative.
What is it doing there?
That's a bloody French word, isn't it?
That's the sort of thing I hate in English language. What is it doing there? And it's such a pronounced letter that you can, when you add it there and say it's silence. But anyway, this is not an English class. Molineux.
It's the same in French. Coach.
And only Liverpool's Mohamed Salah with 8 has scored more Premier League goals at home this season. Type again in the matchup. Tie again. Yeah, okay. Broya hat-trick incoming. I hope to see that. I'll take it. How long to kick off? 27 minutes to kick off from now on. Muteto, Moses, nice to see you. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. And here's the thing. We're not going to do the giveaway now. We'll do the giveaway during the post-game show, if that makes sense. Hat-trick 0 out of 10 performances. Yes. Let's see what. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. What time game? Probably will be what time UK time? That would be 1 p.m. right? UK time.
Yeah, 1300 hours. Yeah.
Okay, so I'd say the same thing as Nigeria. Caicedo has a high fever according to Pochettino. Thank you for that update, Ty. I appreciate you, Ty. When you get a chance, share the link to your YouTube channel so people can go check it out. Sterling is better than Mudryk, and that's not even a question. Okay, if that's how you see it. If anything, for me, he's more experienced than Mudryk. Mudryk has a higher ceiling, in my opinion. Caicedo has a high fever, according to Pochettino. Let's see. I actually would have liked to see Mudryk. Yeah, exactly. Especially after that performance against Newcastle United. That's your reward performance, but he hasn't done that, and I just don't know why. I'd rather Jackson not start and let Mudryk play in the left wing. Reward them for how well he did against Newcastle United. Don't just praise him in public. Maybe you're just probably patronizing him to calm down, feeling like his days will come and that the manager likes him. It's absolute nonsense for me. I don't like that. Where's Caicedo? Caicedo has a high fever. Jean-Pierre, that's what we've been told. So in other words, the players will be all over the place to structure. I hope this is not one of those games where you're watching and you'll be going, what's going on here? And that's because there are too many changes there. For me, Gallagher, he's played there, but we got Chico coming in, Caicedo not being there, and Jackson on the flanks. To me, we may see a bit of confusion there. Yeah, I have a feeling Sterling will show up and score today. Has it been 7 games since he performed exceptionally well? I don't know. Palmer in the middle doesn't sit well with me, honestly. Yeah, I think it's done better while operating on the flanks. So Roger, what do you think?
Yeah, undoubtedly. Definitely he should be playing on the flanks. I'm not saying he can't play in the middle, but I think...
Ty, you want to add anything to that? Go ahead, Roger. Sorry if I was just speaking. Sorry.
Yeah, his ability to cross the ball and shoot from the left, to turn in on his left foot, I think his value add is more indicative there.
Yeah, or maybe we should just calm down because it's a fluid approach. Chances are the game starts.
Yeah, of course. I'll be honest with you. I totally agree, though. You know, if Enzo was not to play, which we knew he wasn't, I was pretty sure that he would be utilized in replacement for Enzo. I think he's a person that is capable of replacing him adequately.
And here's something on the screen here that may well be the case. It could be starting left, Palmer right wing, and Jackson behind Broja. Yeah, that sounds more like it.
Yeah, indeed. That or Broja behind Jackson, either or, right? It depends who leads the line. I honestly that or even a 4-4-2, coach. When you look at it, you look at the players. You know, you can easily have a 4-4-2, or even a box formation in the midfield. You know, that's possible. And as I said, if you look at it, you can have three centre backs, have a 3-4-3. You know, two wing backs. You can do that with Gusto and Sterling.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think this is very correct. You deserve an applause, my friend. I think that's excellent. Good thinking there, Vic, and much appreciated. Go ahead. Will you say something, Roger?
I'd like to thank my parents, the academy. Just joking. No, but I don't know. Obviously, he's not going to play with a back three. No, I don't think we're going to see a back three.
I don't think that happens.
But the possibility is there. The permutation is there. It's possible. You know, based on the personnel on the field.
I think I agree with you, and hopefully Gusto will have a good game today and get another assist. That wasn't my punter, Roger. With Mudryk's space, he could rotate with Broja and make some runs in behind the back line. Sure. No Neto. Neto, is he injured or is he on the bench? Let me check for them actually if he's still out. Pedro Neto is still out.
He's a good player, coach.
Sorry?
He's a bloody good player, Neto.
Yeah, he is, don't understand the hype on Broja. Not the hype. I think there's a good player in him. He's just been out injured, and that has affected his performance. And he even put out a post on Instagram asking for patience. This time, Tobin, let's see, keep dropping likes on the stream. Let's see, it will have been better to use a 3-4-3 formation where Sterling could fill the role of a fullback. You want us to concede 20 goals. A wing back, you're saying, because he's not going to do anything defensively. The English language is actually made up of multiple languages, but mostly French, Latin also. in some cases, borrowed some words from. Yeah, I think say yeah. But
it's
thank you
an
for that. Subscribe.
Indo-European language, coach.
Sorry.
It's an Indo-European language.
Oh, that's an excellent way to put it. Subscribe to Chelsea Sessions. That's the link to Ty's YouTube channel. Go subscribe. He's growing really fast and he's putting in the work and he's getting rewarded. I think he just made it to, is it 1,200, Ty? What was that? Was it 1,200 plus now? Let's help him get to 2,000 subscribers.
Down to 1,198.
It happens. I've seen a day where I lost nearly 20 subscribers because some people just hate that you don't agree with them and sometimes unsubscribe. So I've got used to it. So get used to it. That's what you see when you grow. So let's help him get to 2,000 subscribers as soon as possible. More importantly, get him monetized so he can be motivated to do even more videos. The link is there. Go check it out. All of you in the chat. Yes, Mudryk will be very good, but at the moment, I am saying Sterling is better. Okay. That's a good way to put it. Nkunku getting his first goal today for sure. He's at his fourth goal. Maybe you could say open play goal. I'd look to buy Nato this January or summer and ship Sterling, Jackson, Chilwell, Broda, Nani, and whoever wants out. Okay. Casado is feeling unwell apparently. Okay, let's see. Does look like 4-2-3-1. Maybe that's what it's going to be. Leslie will have more game time than we think because we need height in this team. I think that's why Colwell and the Sissi sometimes play left back and right back and not the natural full backs. Welcome, Roger, the new Chelsea manager in the future. Wow. Okay, I'm not.
Yeah, that's scary.
Okay. It's a job that you don't want, right?
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't want me doing that. That'd be horrible.
Oh my goodness. No NATO, and we have a chance. I don't think so. I want a full strength Wolves. That's when Chelsea will be at their best. Neri Hushford, Neri, nice to see you. It's been a minute. Morning, coach. Hope all is well. Looks like the Grinch picked this line. Wow.
That's funny. That's a good one.
Wow. We need to watch set piece, but they haven't been scoring a lot of set piece lately. When you say that, the way you finish it makes me. That's why I get concerned. You understand? But Roger, let's hear you. I want to ask you this, Roger. It looks like he's doing the same thing, the same issue we had on the ground, but not rewarding performance. For me, based on performance, and you can't tell me he's tired. Mudryk should be in this lineup. Lineup. Let's hear you.
So this is the alternative for what you perceive to be rewarding excellence, right? Mm-hmm. First of all, it could be the fact that he doesn't show enough in training, and so he sees his weakness. Don't forget, Mudryk, he did well. He scored a beautiful goal, but he's also defensively he's naive, and you need discipline. So for every player that we have on the pitch, you can see the pros and the cons. They have positive and negative attributes, and for Mudryk, honestly, that lack of mental discipline and not tracking back or losing the concentration, losing your marker, could be the difference between coming away with points today or not. Listen, as I said, you're playing in a very hostile environment away from home. So sometimes you have to choose the less of two evils, so to speak. And I say that in a non-disparaging way. So I get why he's doing it. I get why a manager chooses experience over a novice. It's that simple. You bring them along slowly. Maybe the coaching staff have seen that Mudryk, hypothetically, let's choose him, is not consistent enough on the training pitch. So they have a plan to say, we're going to play this person X amount of minutes, unless there's injuries, of course, and so they're sticking to that. I get your logic where you prefer someone to be rewarded, but if they see on a day in, day out basis, which we're not privy to, That's why they're making the decisions. They live and die by those decisions. And a lot of the coaches and managers base their decisions on what they see in a training camp and what they see on tape when they've given them certain instructions to do something, but they don't do that when it's on the pitch or in the training camp. Do you see what I'm saying? They have their reasons for not doing it. It's not for resting in all likelihood, but do you understand? This is why managers do that.
Yeah, I do think that Mudryk actually tracks back better than Sterling, actually, in my opinion. Even than Jackson, maybe. I do think he tracks back. And I've seen an occasion where he sprinted back, even from the opposition area, to come help
No,
us
sure.
situation.
So have I.
Yeah, but maybe he doesn't do it consistently enough for you. Yeah. But go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that one. It's not just for me. I'm just saying for the coaching staff that they're the people.
Okay, why you think that may well be the case?
It could be a reason.
Yeah,
it could be a reason, coach, and there could be other reasons also. That they see on a day in, day out basis. So they believe he's not ready enough to start, probably. Obviously, I don't subscribe to that theory. I would like to see him play more, but obviously they see him far more than we ever do. They're privy to that information, and we're not. So we speculate, they know. That's the difference.
All right, but it's still a concern for me, in my opinion. But I know if you were the manager, actually, I know you'd pick Mudryk over Sterling. I know that.
Yes and no, though. Yes and no, because what happens if I'm on the coaching staff and I see him in Cobham day in, day out, and he doesn't warrant it? Do you see what I'm saying? And it's not just Poch; it's a collection of coaches that they have meetings for. And you know what? If they're seeing, I may be on the coaching staff and I may come to you and say off the record, you know what? As much as I would like to start him, he's just simply not ready. Do you see what I'm saying? This isn't because I have a bias for someone or against someone. It's just I would like to see them fulfill their potential, and we haven't seen that yet. That's my logic, coach.
Yeah, I do understand where you're coming from. We need to, I think we've addressed that one. They're saying if Mudryk is defensively naive, what is Sterling? But I think Roger has clarified. He's just thinking
defensively inept.
That's how the coaching staff see it. Please go help me watch this 11 seconds video where I did a video saying that Chelsea is the biggest club in London. The like and dislike percentage, it's the like percentage is at 80%. Probably, I'm sure rival fans will be seeing that, and probably they don't like that. So the like percentage is at 83% out of 1,005 views. So please go help me check out that 11 seconds video. Watch it. It won't cost you an arm, even your fingernails. Just watch it. Drop a like on it. So help me balance out the likes at 90%. I want that particular video to go viral. Excuse me, just 11 seconds. You can do it for me, and I'd really appreciate that. Honestly, if Mudryk has stayed up front and didn't come back to defend like Hazard, then I think he'd be a lot better. Is that a question? Okay, you think like Hazard did. Okay, you think he'd be a lot better. But let's see. How to come out of church to write this. Mudryk doesn't track back. I think it's clarified. I'm quite sure you're still paying attention, but JC, nice to see you. Don't train the man. He's not saying that's the case. We don't see them in training. The man leaves in the gym, but in the gym it's different. If you're going to talk about that from doing what the manager wants you to do in training proper, and rushes back to help. Roger has too much wine already, or maybe overstretched by Mitchell Boy. Go ahead, Roger.
Yeah, tough crowd. The JC has it going, mate.
Yeah. Let's see what I have to say here. One of the main reasons why Hazard was so good for us is because he came back and he hardly came back to defend. He hardly helped defensively, and the managers accommodated him like that. Speak for yourself, Roger. Coach is at the training ground. He's in the changing room right now. Wow.
Hey, Declan, how are you? Merry Christmas, mate.
And I thought Declan is on my side. Ooh, okay. Big up everyone. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to all of you that are already on the 25th of December. Don't waste your time on game. Be with your families and don't even think about sending me any train tickets requests. Just go away, man. Poch just wants everyone to press, but keeps choosing Sterling. And with that, actually press as the units right now. Pressing has been chaotic in my opinion, and we get tired easily. Roger, I think Poch now needs to start to get results. Maybe that's the case. Let's see what else we have here. Bye to you too, JC. Let's see what else we have here. What has Matton done to Poch? If Colwell was unfit today, I am sure Poch will rather play Ugochukwu at left back than Matson. That may well be the case. I don't know what he's done. I'm tired of talking about the situation. Great analysis, Roger. Roger Runner lacks bite. He plays like a nervous boy about to give a speech in front of the class. Cannot take the pressure. Just go away, man. Roger just wants to give everyone time. Yeah, and I'm for that. Time is important. Realistically, you don't want your wingers to track back when you have two DMs. I think I can agree with that. But they should track back when they can. When you defend more as a unit, you do even better. But that's just my opinion anyway. Let's see what else we have here. We have about 10 minutes. I can still hear Bobby talk. The left side DM job. Okay, I think I've gotten that one quickly. Wolves are not clinically with their chances. And okay, let's see. Merry Christmas to all in the chat and on the panel. Bobby, nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. That's not how Poch thinks. Although, okay, they're having a conversation there. It's called playing to your players' strengths. I think I agree with that one. So I agree with you. Although, Merry Christmas, Roger. Merry Christmas from the Clyde to Roger there. Nobody has said specifically Merry Christmas, coach. But that's okay. I'm not going to complain. We move on. Merry Christmas to Roger and everyone. You see that, Roger? I'm going to... We're going to do a meeting and ban you. What is this? Nobody said specifically Merry Christmas, coach. I'm not crying. Fans are very angry with Poch starting Cowell again. We'll see Merry Christmas and happy holidays to everyone. Wow. And he's enjoying it too. So I'm very jealous here, but no worries. Merry Christmas, coach. That's too late. That's too late, Bordeaux. Just go away. Go ahead, Roger. Were you saying something, bro?
I forgot to type accept, coach. Sorry.
I think Bobby will be proud of this lineup. Let's round off with Bobby telling us what he thinks about the lineup, so that we can have a few minutes to get coffee or wine before the game starts. Bobby, let's hear you. Big up to you and yes, for you for finding the time to join us.
Big up, guys. Season's
big up, Bobby. Let's hear you. What do you make of this lineup? If you were the manager, would you have done anything differently?
Yep, as I say, I repeat, season's greetings. It's a nice time of the year. Listen, to me, I would like to see this kind of thing starting against someone like Forest or even West Ham. It seems quite clear to me, away against Newcastle. It seems very clear to me that what Pochettino is doing here is respecting the physicality of the Premier League away from home. And although this selection, yet again, we always undermine and refuse to acknowledge our injury problems. We still don't have a captain and a vice captain. They're injured. We've got injured players returning on the bench. We've got new injuries. Caicedo ill. Enzo, goodness knows what's happening to him. So injuries has dictated a lot of this selection. Yes, I agree. I think there may be things seen in Mudryk's game that stopped him from being selected, or is purely tactical. I think it is purely tactical. Does he think he needs Mudryk as a starter in this sort of game? Probably not. I think he thinks that Wolves are going to come with the hustle, the physical stuff, which surprises me, to be honest, because I've watched Wolves and I haven't really seen them to be a particularly physical side. In fact, I'll regard Spurs as far more physical. I mean, the physical side, not the dirty side, which is what
Yeah,
Spurs
yeah,
brought to Chelsea. Yeah, big up, rich money makers, and thank you, bro. And I don't know why he's decided to particularly go physical against Wolves, but I think some of it is injuries, some of it is away day physicality acknowledgement, which has been a
Yep.
weakness. And, the rest is his tactical approach for the opening part of the game. Remember, we have 5 substitutions. I do believe we will see Nkunku at some point. I probably think because of the absence of Caicedo and Enzo, he may give Lavia a bit of a run out, depending on how fit he is. He might give him 20 minutes or so, and depending on how the game goes. So that's what I think about the lineup. I'm glad to see Broja start, though. I'm with you, Roger. I think we haven't seen enough of him, and when he's been fit, he's been good. So let's see what he can do. I think
I'm with Roger too. And I think
No, you're
Roger will
not.
do well.
Yeah,
Um,
I think he will.
yeah,
And with him and Jackson on the field, they can be a handful.
yeah. Yeah, and with that, people, we've come to the natural end of the show. It's Christmas Eve for some of us and Christmas already for some people. So we want to give you a few leeway to go get your coffee or your wine to sit and enjoy the game. And Bobby is in here. He's read that. And hi, it's Pochettino guy. Okay, he's saying I'm a Tottenham fan. What do you think of Tottenham? They're a good side, but they take a lot of risk, and taking such risk in the Premier League consistently, you're asking for it. So I think they will lose games you don't expect them to lose. When the blessings go steaming in. Let's see what else we have here. Keep dropping the likes. Loads of reports are saying different things about Enzo. Honestly, English media saying he's unwell, but Argentine media saying he's had a long-term hamstring problem for a while, and the manager says it's a hernia. Coach, Merry Christmas to you and your family, Roger as well, I guess. Oh, and definitely Bobby. Yeah, don't forget anybody. And as mine, I'm not taking it. It came late. But Merry Christmas to you too, brother. Much love to all of us. I love the spirit here. Wolves are weak without NATO, so we have a chance. I want to face a full strength Wolves. That's when you get the best out of Chelsea Football Club. Broya, his score goes by his head. Yep, he's better aerially than Jackson. Merry Christmas to everyone in the chat. Merry Christmas to all of you. And Merry Christmas especially to my Australian friends. Constantine Dante, you too. I appreciate all your support. Big up, Coach. I am just from church. It's good to be back. And Dan will talk. Like I said, since we found out that Sendwave doesn't work in Rwanda, we'll find another way to send it to you. I'll try the best I can to do it today because I'll be going out to do it today so you get it. Have a Merry Christmas, or if you know anybody else that can get it here and send it to you, fine. But I'll go out today. And let's see. A lot would give us. Okay, he's crying a whole new meaning. Nothing like an early Christmas defeat wrapped up in cell phones. Wow. Let's see, Bobby, the new Chelsea manager in the making. Wow, everybody. Okay, you're creating competition already on the panel. Let's draw for Poch. Let's see. Merry Christmas to the Chelsea FC family. And thank you, Roger. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you, Ty, for finding the time to join me on the panel. And thank you, Constantine Dante. Thank you, Joshua Dan. Talk to you in a bit. Thank you, Rich Money Makers. Thank you, Chimera. Thank you, Mr. Vic. Thank you to all of you, Wally Waldo, and all of you. And thank you to the Tottenham fan. And if I miss your name, apologies, I'm only human. See you guys next time. God bless us all, and bye.